Something shifted the moment the need to fit in started feeling heavier than being alone. That's when the game changed. For a long time, the room was read wrong. Every smirk felt personal. Every side comment felt like something that needed to be corrected. There was always this urge to explain, to clarify, to make sure nobody misunderstood intentions. That habit drains a person. At some point, it becomes clear that most people already decided who they think someone is, and no amount of explaining will rewrite that script. The hard truth. Constant explaining looks like insecurity. Silence, on the other hand, makes people uncomfortable, and uncomfortable people start exposing themselves. That's when the real shift begins. When reacting stops. When defending every rumor or assumption stops. When watching quietly becomes more powerful than speaking loudly. Not because silence is magical, but because restraint reveals who thrives on drama and who doesn't know what to do without a reaction. Toxic people don't always come in loud, obvious forms. Sometimes it's the friend who jokes, just a little too hard at someone's expense. Sometimes it's the partner who keeps score of mistakes, but forgets their own. Sometimes it's family who push buttons and then laugh when there's finally a snap. That pattern only works when there's participation. The moment engagement drops, confusion starts on their side. Notice what happens when the usual reaction isn't given. The poking increases. The sarcasm gets sharper. The comments become more direct. That escalation isn't strength, it's desperation. People who rely on emotional responses feel powerless when calm shows up instead. Staying steady doesn't mean nothing is felt. It means not handing over control. It means deciding that peace is worth more than winning an argument. That kind of control doesn't look dramatic. It looks boring, and boring frustrates those who live off chaos. There was probably a phase where approval felt necessary, where being liked felt like safety, where saying no came with guilt and overthinking. That phase teaches something important. Validation is addictive. The compliments feel good, but the criticism cuts deep. Living like that keeps someone on a leash. Every decision becomes filtered through. How will this look? Instead of, does this feel right? Breaking that habit feels isolating at first. The phone gets quieter. Invitations slow down. Conversations shift. But that silence isn't rejection, it's clarity. It reveals who only stuck around for convenience and who respected boundaries. Respect doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes it comes with distance. And distance isn't always loss. Sometimes it's protection disguised as loneliness. The need to be understood by everyone fades when self-respect becomes more important than applause from people who never planned to clap anyway. Here's the uncomfortable part. Not everyone projecting their issues realizes they're doing it. Someone insecure about their own laziness might call another person selfish for focusing on goals. Someone scared to take risks might label ambition as arrogance. That pushback feels personal until patterns become obvious. Pay attention to who criticizes growth. Pay attention to who gets uneasy when boundaries are firm. Growth exposes people. It forces comparison, and comparison makes some feel small. Instead of working on themselves, it's easier to throw shade. Getting angry at that only feeds it. Staying calm makes it awkward for them. A simple nod, a short response, no defending, no counterattacks. That restraint sends a message without saying a word. It says, "I'm not playing this game anymore." And once that message is clear, the energy in the room shifts, whether anyone admits it or not. There's power in not chasing closure. Not every misunderstanding needs a final talk. Not every rumor needs correction. The obsession with clearing one's name often keeps drama alive. Walking away without tying every loose end feels wrong at first. It feels unfinished. But life doesn't wrap everything up neatly. Sometimes people choose their version of events because it benefits them. Let them. Trying to control how everyone sees the story is exhausting. The more control is forced, the more resistance shows up. Letting things unfold doesn't mean being passive. It means focusing energy where it actually changes something. Energy spent improving habits, building discipline, strengthening character pays off. Energy spent arguing online or in group chats doesn't. Most conflicts die when starved of attention. The trick is being strong enough to tolerate being misunderstood without rushing to fix it. When reactions shrink, observation grows. Patterns become clearer. The coworker who only reaches out when something is needed. The relative who disappears until money or favors are involved. The friend who competes instead of celebrates. These signs were always there, just drowned out by emotion. Slowing down reveals them. It also reveals personal patterns. The need to rescue. The need to prove. The need to fix broken dynamics. Not every relationship is meant to be repaired. Some are lessons on boundaries. Walking away doesn't require a dramatic speech. Sometimes it's just less availability, shorter replies, fewer explanations. That gradual withdrawal speaks louder than confrontation. And yes, some will call it cold. That's fine. Not everyone benefits from access forever. Access is earned by respect, not by history. Staying calm while others spiral isn't weakness. It's discipline. When someone raises their voice, insults, tries to bait, the easiest thing is to match that energy. That's instinct. But instinct isn't always smart. Keeping composure forces the other person to face their own behavior without distraction. A calm face in front of chaos makes chaos look even worse. People often expect pushback so they can justify going harder. Remove that and the performance falls flat. It doesn't mean accepting disrespect. It means choosing timing. Address things privately, briefly, and without theatrics. Or sometimes not at all. Not every attack deserves a response. The strongest move in certain situations is indifference. Not fake indifference. Real detachment. The kind that comes from knowing personal worth. Doesn't depend on someone else's opinion during a heated moment. Here's another hard truth: growth triggers backlash. When habits improve, when standards rise, when availability decreases.